Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on Blackberry case analysis.
My name is Liu Dongyang. My presentation today will be in SWOT analysis parts. RIM is once the pioneer of smartphones. RIM entered in market with the first smartphone named Blackberry, which shook the market with its technology. After a brief introduction, now I will move on to SWOT analysis parts. Strengths. Firstly, Blackberry released phones with secure encrypted networks that allowed emails to be sent between phones without the possibility of information leakage. This is something that others don't have. Secondly, although the rise and fall of the BlackBerry has been widely understood as a cautionary tale in many places, it will help BlackBerry expand its influence. Thirdly, BlackBerry has such awareness which they are looking for third-party manufacturers and excellent professionals to improve their products. Lastly, BlackBerry has a good after-sales service. Weaknesses. Firstly, the monthly service fee charged by BlackBerry to each subscriber. Other phone companies like Apple are free. Secondly, when it comes to signal, BlackBerry phones don't work well outside major cities and have a weak global coverage. Thirdly, since 2010, the revenue of BlackBerry has been declining, which makes it difficult for BlackBerry to have a large amount of funds for R&D. Lastly, BlackBerry is trying to attract a narrow group of customers, governments, and business. This makes it create a narrow market scope. Opportunities. Firstly, mobile phone security is becoming more and more serious, and BlackBerry gives an impression of being safe, which is an opportunity for them. Secondly, many developing countries' labor and raw material are cheap. It would also be a good way to save money if BlackBerry could outsource its products. Lastly, the smartphone market in developed countries are saturated and growing slowly, but like China and India, is also a huge potential market for BlackBerry phones. Threats. Launching and updating a new BlackBerry operating system is a challenge for the company when other mobile systems have updated. Secondly, threats from other mobile phone brands, for example, Samsung and Apple, are formidable rivals to BlackBerry. Thirdly, competitors have large multi-touch screen devices. The four-keyboard design is no longer popular. Lastly, BlackBerry is positioned at the high end, but the phone's price tend to be cheaper and higher performance.
Hi, my name is Rashmi Umashankar, and today I will be talking about the problems that has been faced by the company. There are many reasons for the downfall for the company, mainly because of the difference of opinions amongst the CEOs. Both Basil and Lazaridis had two different ways of approaching the product. Lazaridis was known for his multiple ideas and innovations that he wanted to bring to the product, and Basil was in charge of the sales, marketing, partnerships, etc. Due to patent infringement that was signed against RIM, Lazaridis started to get involved in Basil's line of work. This created conflicts amongst these two CEOs. This conflict reflected in both their performance in the product and their management of the company. Lazaridis, who was the mind behind the innovation of BlackBerry, after the launch of iPhone, there was a dramatic drop in sales of BlackBerry. He still believed that touch phones and touch keypad is not as convenient as physical keypad and believed that was his competitive advantage for BlackBerry. When Android sales was launched in 2009, their sales continued to rise while BlackBerry failed. They kept coming up with new products which led to a complexity in manufacturing and supply chain management. They had high fee for services whereas other phones did not charge any fee for the service, so consumers naturally went for iPhone and other Android phones. The company, in spite of launching new products, they had a lot of technical problems that they avoided during the launch of their products, which led to consumers to choose other products.
My name is Sun Xiaoyu. I'm going to talk about identifying alternatives, and then I will analyze and evaluate these alternatives. I will introduce and identify alternatives. The first is that establish BlackBerry's own carriers, because they have to charge the monthly fee from carriers, but Apple does not charge it. The second is that thinking the company's software expertise or recruiting technical talents. Also, the next is outsourcing the screen of touch phone, which means contracting with outside vendors. The last is to improve regulations of administration. According to these alternatives, I will analyze and evaluate those pros and cons for establish own carriers. It is a benefit to direct cancel the monthly charge fee. Also, they can modify in time according to customers' needs, because they have the control right. However, they need to research and develop the new system to operate the carriers, and also they have to have the new technology to maintain them. Then there are some advantages in terms of the second alternative. It is a good chance to develop the new product, and their market competition will be enhanced. Besides, developing new technology to customize different demands for its disadvantages, the cost of research and development is high, and innovation time will be long. Furthermore, technology will be reviewed as technical talents leave office. Furthermore, I will analyze outsourcing. It is a good way to save and provide value added for products. Besides, it can improve customer support programs, because vendors tap a wide range of resources and skills to meet different demands. However, there are also some disadvantages. The first is IT is not easily outsourced, since IT permits an entire organization. Next, because information technology evolves rapidly, signing a long-term contract is a risk. Then the company may lose control of some technical areas. The last is improve the company's regulations on administration. One is better to manage managers and employees because of strict management standards. Another is the company will have more complete regulation system to develop the company. However, the disadvantage is modified regulation may cause internal dissatisfaction and discouragement.
Hello, my name is Xu Ziqi, and I'm going to talk about recommendations.
For this part, I choose the second alternative to make the special recommendations. I made a detailed timetable for BlackBerry. These following activities must be included throughout the recruitment process. The first one is to make a recruitment plan. It needs to be very clear and easy to understand. Then it's to develop recruitment principles. Next, the company can determine the mode of recruitment. After that, they can start hiring. After hiring, there can be the interview and employee. The final step is to handle employee entry procedures. According to this recruitment plan, this recruitment doesn't need many costs to complete, so it's less likely to influence the whole product budget. And the recruitment is a long-term process, so whether this event is successful or not, BlackBerry needs to make recruitment continue. I made a detailed timetable for BlackBerry. These following activities must be included throughout the recruitment process. The first one is to make a recruitment plan. It needs to be very clear and easy to understand. Then it's to develop recruitment principles. Next, the company can determine the mode of recruitment. After that, they can start hiring. After hiring, there can be the interview and employee. The final step is to handle employee entry procedures. According to this recruitment plan, this recruitment doesn't need many costs to complete, so it's less likely to influence the whole product budget. And the recruitment is a long-term process, so whether this event is successful or not, BlackBerry needs to make recruitment continue. Okay, that's all our presentation. Thank you for your watching.